Coming up on Bear News.
I would be against prostitution. It is a way of making money.
Students sound off on a recent Colorado bill regarding sex work.
This monumental occasion for us to wish farewell to a building, but also recognize and celebrate what's yet to come.
City employees say goodbye and will tell you what's replacing City Hall.
I think it's wonderful, the enthusiasm that these women have.
And why are moms dancing the night away at prom? Bear News starts now.
Hey, Bears, what's shaking today? I hope you guys are enjoying your first week of March, and as always, my name is Jalen Lee.
And my name is Alicia Flores. We have a bunch of stories happening both close to campus and around the state, so get ready.
And let's spring into the news.
The question on everyone's mind lately is whether or not Cascadia will continue to be built. Greeley residents voted on the 1A ballot saying either yes to halting the project or no to continue the construction. The votes were in on February 24th, resulting that over 11,000 residents said yes to pausing the construction. Those in favor of letting the construction continue fell short of almost 2,000 votes. For now, Cascadia will be paused until a new zoning request is submitted for city review.
Colorado has proposed a bill to decriminalize the commercialization of sexual activity with adults. An example of this is prostitution, and we went around to ask for your feedback on prostitution.
I'm very much a feminist, so as much as I would be against prostitution, it is a way of making money, and unfortunately that is something that a lot of women do have to result in, just because the job force is very male-owned and male-dominated, so it is pretty hard for women to get where they want to be in life.
Yet this is not the only bill that is being pushed. Bill HB 26-1030, or the Data Center Bill, works to attract data centers to Colorado and modernize the utilities and the power grid within environmental standards. While Bill SB 26-051, the Age Attestation Bill, would require tech companies to verify a user's age when devices set up to protect children in online spaces. Only time will tell if these bills will pass.
So, all these talk about bills. Have you heard about what's going on with City Hall?
I don't think so. What's it about?
Well, just this Friday, our reporter TJ Gurney and Rowan Nicodemus went to City Hall, and they got to hear from the mayor about what Greeley's next step is.
Students, get ready to say farewell to City Hall in Greeley. If you haven't heard, the iconic building on 10th Street is officially being torn down and replaced. The beloved building's last day of operation was Wednesday, February 25th, and 2 days later, a ceremony was held to give one last goodbye from the community. Guests were treated to food, speeches from officials, including the mayor.
This building represents years of work, collaboration, dedication, and family. For others, it brings back memories of public meetings, community discussions, or personal milestones.
And a flag ceremony, along with a variety of displays highlighting the unique structure of City Hall. Revered for its unique circular shape, City Hall initially began as a bank in 1968, and it quickly became one of the most modern buildings in Greeley that residents and city government officials alike recall having fond memories of.
We had an extreme weather event that required us to close down the city. School got canceled, but at the time I didn't have the ability to work from home, so I brought my son with me here to City Hall, and he loved the fountain that's in the center of the building. I'll always remember him being a little kid just hanging out with me here at City Hall.
Residents were able to share these memories with others via the poster board set up around the hall's main floor. But not all feedback was positive for the changes ahead. Many residents posted opinions opposing the decision to tear down the iconic building. Some read, "Don't destroy our historic buildings," or "You should have saved it. Money talks." However, the event still gave the community a moment to pause from issues like Cascadia that divided them and instead share a common ground for a couple hours.
I think this is one of the truest and best forms of my job, which is public service. It's wonderful to see the city show up and recognize the importance of this building in our history that's got us here to date, and to also celebrate what's yet to come for our downtowns.
This has been TJ Gurney
and Rowan Nicodemus with Bear News.
Wow, nice story, guys. Well, do you have any memories at the City Hall?
Well, last semester we used to go in on the city town hall meetings, but yeah, just about that.
Yeah, only time I've ever been there was just to pay a parking ticket, which was not fun. Are you guys feeling stressed or overwhelmed by all the demands of school? The UNC Library wants to help you. Michener and Skinner libraries on campus are there to make your experience as a student better, but most people don't know what they can help you for. They don't just offer a quiet study space and supplies you might need like calculators or chargers, but they can help you with your research and get you connected with information and people. They have floors on floors of books, but they offer even more resources available online. Your UNC account gets you access to loads of information that would normally cost you money to use, and the librarians are help you find it.
It's incredible. I mean, we can show you so many amazing things, and then we can show you how you can get to them independently and go, I know I need this for this class and I know where to go. And that when that happens for us, that makes our whole year.
I know that a lot of us have heard of high school prom and maybe even attended, but have you ever heard of Mom Prom? Kinsley went this past weekend and is ready to tell you all about it.
On Friday night at the Mad Russian in Milliken, women gathered to celebrate Mom Prom. The money made from this new annual event is being used towards the Weld Community Foundation. But what is that?
We find people in our community who really care about their community and want to give back with the most impact.
They find the best ways to give back in grants, scholarships, and funds in the Weld County area.
Very excited to get started here in Johnstown, Milliken.
Even though this was the first year, the turnout was incredibly impressive. With women celebrating themselves on the very popular red carpet to the perfect photo opportunity with friends, this became a night to remember. Food was provided to those who attended, and so was a full bar. And after a few drinks and maybe some socialization, you could play a round or two of putt-putt golf, sign up for the silent auction for special prizes, and even participate in giveaways. The joy that was radiating through the room all night was palpable.
I think it's wonderful, the enthusiasm that these women have, and they've found a way to include everyone in the community, all the women in the community, and these women are just really the doers, the givers. They have servants' hearts, and they're trying to find ways to kind of involve everyone. So we're very excited to support them.
Seeing all these women come together for and show that we are a community is amazing.
And of course, the night was filled with dancing. After such a successful night, everyone is excited to see what Weld Community Foundation and Mom Prom has to show next year after this large turnout.
Obviously smaller crowd because it's new, but this turnout is amazing, and next year it's just going to be even better.
Kinsley Walker, Bear News.
Ooh, that looked fun. Maybe next year I'll go to Mom Prom and dance the night away. Well, after this break, we'll be back to talk to you about all UNC sports and some sports around the state. We'll be back.
Welcome back, Bears, and I had the opportunity to travel with the UNC cheer team to compete at USA Nationals, and it was a great time. But don't take my word for it. How about you take a look? Bears got power to push the competition now. UNC cheer returned from their Nationals trip this last Tuesday. They spent 6 days in Anaheim, California, hoping to bring home the gold to Greeley. During their stay, they endured many difficulties but made long-lasting memories.
There were some things that happened and we had to redo the whole entire routine, and a select few of us stayed up till 2:30 in the morning reworking it. And while we were there, we just had a lot of fun. I feel like I got to know each person on a deeper level than I did before, and that was probably one of my favorite memories.
The team had been practicing since September of the school year and practiced even harder in Anaheim. While the team didn't get the results they hoped for, some felt relieved to get a breath of fresh air after their hard work.
it was just really nice to have my teammates who have become my family around me and feel that support. And it was just a nice day to celebrate all our success, the blood, sweat, and tears that went into this whole trip, and finally get a day of rest and a breath of fresh air after all the adversity we faced on that trip. So yeah.
After the team competed, they spent their last day in Anaheim at Disneyland. And even though the journey was shaky, these athletes hope that they've shown that there is more to cheer than what meets the eye.
This is the first step to building our program, so I'd hope that this would gain some recognition that's much needed.
Wow, that looked like it was a blast out there. That was pretty cool.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
But Jalen, how well of a swimmer are you?
That's a crazy question. I think I'm the greatest swimmer. I could have been the next Michael Phelps. My freshman year of high school, I was about to be on varsity, but I hurt my rotator cuff, so had to give it up.
Right. So the Northern Colorado women's swim team had one of the strongest championship performances in program history. At the 2026 Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Championships, the Bears finished 3rd overall, even though they had the highest total of points at the meet. The Bears were powered by 2 individual conference titles, a pool record, and an NCAA qualifying swim. Senior Maria Arakina headlined the weekend, winning the 100 breaststroke and becoming the first Bear to break the 1-minute mark in the event, punching her ticket for an NCAA qualification. She followed that up with another dominant performance in the 200 breaststroke, winning 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That time set a new pool record and now stands as the fastest in the program history. Ellison Lombardi added a conference title of her own in the 200 butterfly, smacking the wall in 1 minute and 59 seconds. Earlier in the championships, the Bears also set a school and pool record in the 400 medley relay behind the quartet of Martina Yuki, Tryon Fetty, Arakina, Lombardi, and Ray Best. Through 4 days of competition, UNC combined championship wins with record-breaking depth across multiple events and finished right behind Northern Arizona and New Mexico State in the final standings. Congratulations to all the swimmers who competed, and this is how y'all competed this year. I can't wait to see what's in the tank next year.
On a sad note, Colorado quarterback Dominique Ponder has died following a single car crash early Sunday morning. He was 23 years old. According to Colorado State Patrol, the crash happened around 3 a.m. in Boulder County, and investigators say Ponder lost control on a curve, struck a guardrail and a utility pole before the vehicle rolled down a bank and caught fire. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and sadly, speed is a suspect as the crash remains under investigation. Ponder was a third-year sophomore who transferred to Colorado and appeared in 2 games last season, and athletic director Rick George says the CU Athletics family is devastated by the loss. Head coach Deion Sanders also paid tribute on social media, saying Ponder was loved, respected, and a born leader. Colorado is still planning to hold their first spring practice today. On other news, former Major League Baseball pitcher Daniel Cerfini has been sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole for the 2021 shooting of his wife's parents at their Lake Tahoe home. The 51-year-old was convicted last year of a first-degree murder, attempted murder, and burglary, as prosecutors say Cerfini killed his father-in-law and seriously wounded his mother-in-law. During sentencing, Cerfini maintained his innocence, telling the court he was out with his wife in the night of the shooting. But Cerfini's played 11 seasons in MLB and will now serve his sentence in the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Well, Bears, that's going to do it for our show today, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.
And we will see all of you guys on Wednesday.
Bye.